Hi, my name is Stacey Rifkin. I'm the Senior Vice President of Commercial Strategy at H1, and I'm very excited to have Jennifer Wheeler from Johnson & Johnson here with me today. Before using H1, what were some of the challenges that you faced, and how has using H1 helped you overcome some of those challenges?
I think we tended to rely on data that we could get from other departments that weren't necessarily directly supporting medical affairs, and we relied pretty heavily on the subjective information that our field medical teams were able to provide to us based on their territory knowledge. Now that we have more of a breadth of data where we can look at claims data and bibliometric data such as publications, claims, and trials, it's really enabled us to uncover people that we might not have known in our territories. So, we tend to think of the people that are the prolific treaters, and then maybe we find somebody based on their claims data that we didn't even have any idea that they were, a top treater in that territory or things like that.
Before you had access to a tool like H1, um, what was your information about the patient journey, and how has that kind of changed since you've started using H1?
Mhm. I think patient journey wasn't really something that we really discussed before we had data, but now that we have a comprehensive set of data, we're able to see, where the patient starts care from the time of diagnosis and how they may switch between physicians and which types of physicians are providing that care. Sometimes we see that the physician that diagnoses isn't necessarily the physician that treats. So now maybe we're able to refocus our education to maybe not the actual main specialist, but maybe the periphery care team, like the nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant, just being really able to understand all of the touch points in that patient's journey from the time of diagnosis throughout their treatment history. And even if they've moved, locations in the United States, we can kind of see where patients are being treated and who's treating them.
Can you tell me about a time where you've used H1 to uncover information like that, and maybe kind of like walk me through like what you did to get there?
For example, if my organization wants to consider entering into a new space, I can use H1 to look up any diagnosis or any therapeutic area because it's a comprehensive set of all diagnosis and therapeutic areas. So we can assess the landscape of that therapeutic area to determine feasibility of maybe new territories, depending on how many physicians are treating in that space, things like that.